Hello, everybody.
Hello, Nazo.
Hello. Hello. I'm so glad to be here to have the opportunity to speak in front of you today, in front of an organization that really had a great impact on my life, that made a difference. My name is Nazo Chopurian. I'm a 27 years old Syrian. I have a bachelor's degree in banking and finance. I'm an accountant. I came to Canada around 9 months ago, 9 months, and this is my story. I will go as back as 2011, where the Syrian crisis have started, which is the direct reason that I'm here today speaking in front of you. At 2011, I come from Aleppo as well. The city wasn't affected that much from the crisis. I was at the third year of university, and I was pursuing my bachelor's degree. 2012, things got a little bit upward, the events. The uprising started, but I was persistent to continue my education. I was developing a business plan. I wanted to start my own company after graduation. In 2012, I graduated in the summer from the university, and I was persistent to stay there. I didn't have the plans to leave the country. In July, things took a sharp turn. In a single day, the city turned into a war zone. That changed my decision. Then I saw that I lived a life, I had plans, but those plans have to change. I made a decision to leave the country. I went for Lebanon. It was on October 16. The funny thing, I bought a round ticket at the time. I thought I could use it. Was very beneficial to one day I would return. I have never had the chance to use that ticket. Anyway, I went to Lebanon. Lebanon was a very beautiful experience for me. I gained a lot of work experience there, and I did my MBA program there. It was a really beautiful country. I chose it as a destination for a temporary residence to return back home, but what happened is I moved forward and I came to Canada. In the late 2014, I felt that I should look for a place to reside. From friends that have immigrated to Canada, I heard they were happy, they were satisfied with their life in Canada. I searched for a sponsor. A young couple have volunteered to sponsor me and my brother. We did the medical checkup, we did the interviews, everything was set up. I remember on December the 25th, it was December 25th, 2015. It was a Christmas day. I received a call. The guy on the other side of the line just told me, "Is this Nazo?" I said yes. He introduced himself and said to me at the end, "Pack up your bags, your flight is on the 29th, which is after 3 days. I said, "What?" That was my first reaction to that. But he said, "You have to confirm because everything is messed up here. A lot of people are traveling. We need to confirm." And I had to confirm. I felt my stomach cringe at the time from the stress. You know, when you expect a phone call, it's different than when it really happens. It really hits you. I'm going, where am I going? Canada, what do I do in Canada? Do I find a job? Is my education worth there? It was on the 29th when I flew. On the 30th December, I landed in Canada. I stayed for about a month at my sponsors in Vaughan. It was difficult for me to commute to the city at the time. It was a winter. I wasn't used to the winter with all snow. It's beautiful. Every place is white, but I wasn't used to it. Then I had to decide to move a little bit closer to the city. I moved to North York with my brother, and we resided there. In the late January, I attended my first job fair. Then WoodGreen's had a booth there. I remember Antoinette Chalhot was on the booth and Najib Alemiar. I first talked to Najib, I remember. Then he referred me to Antoinette, who presented the Enhanced Language Training Program for internationally trained finance and accounting professionals. She presented it well. I had questions, many questions. She responded for every one of them. And I enrolled in the program. Now I think that was the smartest decision I made at the time. In WoodGreen, I started the classes with Roma. Roma trained us about the business environment. We practiced our English in a daily use life, in the daily use and the business use. And she introduced us to the Canadian culture and how to behave in business environment in Canada. Then there was Marietta. Marietta was the kindest person. She was my employment advisor. Marietta, you could go to Marietta with any problem and she would find a solution for you, regardless if it was related to employment or not. There was Adriana as well. I want to thank her. She worked on my resume and my interview skills. Her constructive feedback was very important to enhance my resume and my interview skills, because when you get the job interview, you have to say the right words for tricky questions. And there are a lot of tricky questions. Then there was Antoinette. Antoinette was my job developer. She referred me to employers. She referred me to recruitment agency. In the beginning, she was really tough on me. But I'm glad I took her advice in making my decisions at the time for turning down opportunities that came to me, because it paid off really well now. Through Antoinette, she referred me to a recruitment agency. Throughout that recruitment agency, I was referred to an employer, Lord Cultural Resources. I was offered the 3-month contract at the time. The 3-month contract ended 3 weeks ago, and they liked me and they offered me a permanent position. I owe a lot of that to WoodGreen, to their dedicated team, to their professional team. They have helped me a lot. Now I'm residing in Canada. I have a good job. The job that I like. I have family here. I have friends here. I can really feel that this is my home now, and in such a short period of time, which is 9 months, less than 9 months. So thank you, Canada, for getting me here. Thank you, WoodGreen, for doing the rest, and thank you all for listening to me.